Hello, sir.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Actually,
Yeah,
can we have a class on mobile Skype also, no?
yeah,
Is
yes.
there any?
No, I have no problem. Yeah, so let's start. So, have you made 20 questions?
Actually, sir,
Yes.
I tried to make the questions, but I could not decide the topic.
Yeah, you just have to make questions about any topic, like it may be health, general questions, like how often do you go to your doctor in a month? It's a question. A question me it can be or it may be about anything like
Even I even I tried to find on net also, but like actually, sir, I'm quite nervous.
but why? Okay, no problem. Yeah, you
Uh,
can make sentence. Oh, sorry. You can make questions about anything. No problem. But it should be a question like, "What are you doing this time? Have you taken your lunch today?" Or it may be anything. What do you do for earning? How do you earn your living? It may be anything. How many children do you have? Or did you go for a walk yesterday? I mean, you have to make simple questions. That actually I wanted you to do. Are you getting my point?
yes.
General
Actually,
questions. Okay, no problem. So from next time you make questions. Okay, so
yes.
today do you want to learn grammar first? As you
Mm,
told me.
okay, sir.
So actually, do you want to learn grammar from the beginning?
Uh, Actually, from the beginning means tenses and all.
Yeah.
Uh, Actually, sir, just little bit. I just want to recollect those all things.
Okay. So basically, as you know, the English language is it depends on tense. Actually, this is the basic thing, means because you learn the structure, how the sentences are made, and the basic, the present, past, and perfect, and the indefinite tense is there, continuous is there, perfect and perfect continuous. So first, let's take that present indefinite. So actually, it means when you speak something which is true, like I I go for a walk every day, like you have lunch every day, or I take bath every day. So these are the mean. It's truth. Like I learn English every day. I go out for lunch on Sundays. These are the truth. But when you make them negative, you know, so with singular subject we always use doesn't. For plural subject we use don't. Like I don't go there. I don't learn English. I teach English. I don't teach English. Or like my mother cooks food. My mother doesn't cook food. He goes to school. He doesn't go to school. Are you getting? So I think you know all these things.
Yeah, no.
And the important thing about continuous tense is we use ASMR to make it. But actually, English is very flexible language. Sometimes, you are going to speak something for future, like I'll learn English tomorrow. Suppose I'll tell you that later. First, let me review all these tense. So this is continuous, and we make interrogative sentence by using interrogative words or auxiliary verbs, like what do you do in morning? What? Yeah. So these are interrogative words like what, when, where, why, how, who. But something is to be understood, like when we use who, we never use any means any helping verb like do, does, with simple interrogative. Like suppose I say who plays cricket? We never use do, does with it, like who plays. Like I ask you, who teaches you English?
Okay, means it is more like who does play cricket?
No, it's wrong. Who plays cricket? But it is for singular. मी कौन खेलता है? But when it's plural, who play cricket? Me कौन खेलते हैं? It's plural because we are talking about a group.
He, she, it means
Yeah.
like
Yeah. But
then we use the does.
yeah, when it is singular, you use who. Like who teaches you? Who teaches you English? Or like suppose if it's a group of people, we say who learn. Who learn English? Who learn? Who learn English? It means there are many who learn English. Many people learn English. That's why I'm asking who learn. But if I speak only who learns, it means only a singular person is there. Like who learns, who teaches you, who learn, who play, like who have food every day in noon. कौन खाना खाते हैं noon में, like this. So it is with this. But when you use how much means like we want to know the quantity, but it is for uncountable noun. How much. Similarly for quantity, but for countable noun. Let's yeah. So can you use how much or how many in a question?
How much how much water you drink daily?
So you have to use do, does with it. Like how much water do you drink a day? Or in a day, or a day. How much water do you drink in a day? How much water do you take in a day or a day? How many chapatis do you eat in a day? Like this. How much sugar do you take in a day? How many cups of tea does he take every day? So does he take, right? Similarly, you can use like which. Like I asked you, which book do you read every day? Or you can say which car do you use? Like which brand, which car? You can say I use a small car every day, like that. Okay, so and you can use whose means belonging, like whose book is this? whose car is this? Similarly, you can use whom, like whom do you live with? Like whom do you live with? आप किसके साथ रहते हो? Whom do you live with? I live with my family. Like this, okay? And where you can use where, like where does he go to play? This is a question. Where does he go to play? You can say he goes to playground. He goes to a particular place to play. Like this. Like which game do you play? Or which game does she play? Which game does she play? So it's very important actually, because you know most of the time we use present indefinite tense in speaking or in writing. Continuous, as you know, is MR. So like what are you doing? Are you going? Are you coming with me? Like this. What are you doing? What are you cooking? What's going on? We say like what's going on here? What's going on here? क्या चल रहा है? हम पूछते हैं what's going on here? Sometimes when we are in suppose not in a good mood, or we don't like the atmosphere, that time we speak, means we are little bit, you know, angry. That time, what the hell is going on here? क्या चल रहा है ये सब? What the hell is going on here? So like that. So this is continuous. Like means that is means present. It is continuous. That time we use is MR. Like I'm talking to you this time, and you are listening to me. So it is very simple, okay? And similarly, you can make it into negative, like isn't, I am not, aren't. Like you aren't listening to me, you aren't going there. Why aren't you going there? Why aren't you cooking food today? Like this, okay? And similarly, we have present perfect, have we use, and we always use third form of the verb with this and then object. Perfect means जो अभी अभी थोड़ी देर पहले खत्म हुआ है, उसके लिए हम यूज करते हैं. लाइक I have had my lunch. I have had my lunch. Have is helping verb and had is third form of the have, because we use have for eating or drinking something. कोई चीज खाते हैं या पीते हैं, उसके लिए हम यूज करते हैं have, had, had. Like when somebody comes to you and you offer them tea, then you ask them to have tea, like please have a cup of tea. चाय लीजिए, please have biscuits too. Like this. Please.
If I want to ask someone if he had food or not, like in the afternoon, like I'm talking to you and I want to ask you that you had your food, means, or is this the right, or you have had your food?
Me question. You want to ask a question?
Question.
Have you had?
Have you had?
Yeah. Means आपने खाना खाया कि नहीं?
Okay,
have you had food? आपने पूछा have you had food? Oh yes, I have. आपने खाना खाया कि नहीं? Have you had food? Yes, I have had food.
If I just use like you see, had you something, that that means what? Had you something? Means,
मतलब आप ये कहना चाहते हो आपने कुछ खाया क्या?
exactly.
Yeah. मतलब आपने कुछ लिया कि नहीं लिया? You want to ask that, I think.
Yes.
So it means similar means in the same manner you can ask, have you had anything? Have you had anything? Or did you have anything? Past में भी पूछ सकते हो आप. Did you have anything? कुछ खाया आपने? Did you have anything? Have you had anything? Did you have anything? Oh yes, I had a cup of coffee.
And if you want to have he, she, is any singular one like Seema, for example, Seema, uh, Seema के आगे भी have ही आएगा मतलब
Has.
Seema has had anything. Seema has had a food.
Has Seema had?
Has
Has Seema had tea? Has Seema had tea? क्या सीमा ने चाय ली? Like this. But when you offer someone something like to eat or to drink, that time usually we should use have. Like please have food. Come on, let's have food. चलो अब खाना खाते. Come on, let's have food. Come on, let's have dinner. Like this. Please have something. Please have one chapati. Like this. Please have some rice. कुछ चावल लीजिए. Like we offer something to someone. Please. Like maybe for drinking anything or for eating anything, you should always use have because it's very polite and it's good to use. Okay, so it's like that. And have you
has or have?
Yes, has or have be used with present perfect. Yeah, and one more important thing I want to share with you. Like we use I have been to Pune many times before. What does it mean actually? I have been to Pune many times before. मतलब I have been to means मैं वहाँ जाके आया हूँ, कई बार जाके आया हूँ. जैसे suppose I say, have you ever been to US? जैसे मैंने आपसे पूछा क्या आप कभी US गए हो? Have you ever been to US? आपने कहा yes, I have been to US last year. So have you ever been? Sometimes suppose कहाँ पे यूज करते हैं ये? One more situation I tell you. Suppose you are waiting for your husband and he comes late on a particular day, suppose at 11 p.m. and you ask him, where have you been? Getting my point?
Generally, we are friends with
where have you been? कहाँ थे आप? कहाँ गए थे? तब उन्होंने बोला I have been in the hospital. I have been in the hospital. So It is like that. But sometimes, you know, it's very common in UK. I tell you, I have got. Actually, this is present perfect. I have got. But usually it means if I have something like I say I've got a new job. I I've got a new job. I must correct it. Just wait. I've got a new job. It means मुझे एक जॉब मिल गया है. I've got a new shirt. Like I've got a brother. I've got a car. I've got a son. Sometimes when you need something from someone, suppose I've got a pen, but you need that pen from me for a moment to write something. I'm working, I'm doing something, and you simply ask me, like, have you got a pen? It means you need my pen for a moment to write something. Then you ask, have you got a pen? I say, yes, here you are. Here it is. Here you are. Here it is. Actually, it's very common in UK. When you go to a restaurant, you ask, have you got a table for two? And then the waiter replies, yes ma'am, yes sir, we have got a very nice table for two. We have got a very nice table for two. Like this. Like, have you got Chinese food? Like this. Have you got Chinese food? Because some of the people, they prefer Chinese food or whatever. So you may ask like that. Have you got, when you go to a stationery shop, you ask, have you got envelopes? Because you want to purchase envelopes. There you are. Have you got envelopes? Yes ma'am, here we are. Here you are. So he's showing you envelopes, but you need some bigger envelopes. Have you got bigger one? Have you got smaller one? मतलब इससे छोटा या इससे बड़ा? Like this. So have you got is very common. When you can use that sentence anywhere. Like where is your car today? You can say, actually my husband has got my car today. Means my husband has taken my car today. So instead of speaking that sentence, you can speak, my husband has got my car. Like this. So it's very common and very commonly used. So this is present perfect tense. Okay, and I think we should have some time now for speaking. We'll take some more grammar and points next time. So this time actually I want you to speak your daily routine.
Sorry, sir. Just a minute.
Okay. So I want you to speak your daily routine. I mean, what you do from morning to evening, you have to tell me. Listen, uh, whenever I speak, whenever I talk to you, whenever I speak anything, you should try to listen to me carefully. Okay, because listening is also a very important part of learning. Actually, listening gives you an idea how you have to speak. Okay, so speak your daily routine, or should I speak my daily routine to give you an idea how to speak?
I will try.
Okay, you try first, then I'll let you know my daily routine.
I generally wake up in the early morning by 5:30, and then I I get my then I get my lukewarm water with lemon and honey, and I I take a bath, and after that I have a 1 hour exercise, and after having exercise, uh, I take my tea. Mm, so the same thing when I try to write now, I can write easily, but
Yes, I tell you why it happens. First, then I'll tell you my daily routine. Don't worry for that. Actually, as I told you, the very first time when you talk to me means knowing something is a different thing, but using it is totally different. Similarly, knowing that how we have to swim in water is different thing, but swimming is important thing. Similarly, knowing grammar, knowing rules, knowing everything, vocabulary, this is the first part of learning. But using it in your speaking, in your writing, in your listening, reading is very important. So that don't worry for that, because it is just lack of practice. That's why. Once you come in practice, you'll be speaking fluently without any problem, hesitation or interruption. Okay, so be happy. Okay, don't worry
for
for
that,
that.
what should I supposed to do for the better fluency in day-to-day routine?
Don't do
Just
anything. Just
except
follow me. Just follow me, or what I ask you to do, do it. Means
okay.
suppose I ask you to write questions, then write questions. Okay, means 20 questions you have to write every day. Okay, this is your first job, and now I am telling you my daily routine. So listen to me and then try to follow it. I am speaking my daily routine, you'll speak your daily routine. So you see, I get up early in the morning every day at 5. It is simple. I get up early in the morning at 5 every day. I finish my nature calls. This is called nature calls. You go to defecate, you go to toilet, you brush, or you take bath, or whatever you do. This is me nature calls. So I finish my nature calls. and then I get ready and I go for a walk. I get ready and I go for a walk at 6 o'clock. Sorry. I go for a walk at 6 o'clock. I come back after a walk at 7 o'clock. I read newspaper for 10 minutes. Then I take exercise. I take exercise for 20 minutes. And then I have breakfast and a cup of tea. And then at 8:30 I start teaching my students. And then I get free at 11 or 11:30. Then I take bath. After that at 12:30 I have my lunch. And after that, if I have to teach, then I teach my students. Otherwise, I take a nap. You know nap?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Nap means small sleep in
Smallest.
in a day. I take a nap for 30 minutes or for an hour. And then I get up and I start teaching again. I teach my students. If I am free, then I record videos for my students. I record videos and I edit them and I upload them to my channel for my students. Okay. After that, in the evening, I take half cup of tea. And then in the evening, if I have batch or if I have to teach my students, I teach my students. Otherwise, I go out of my home for an hour or for two, but not more than that. Because I go to see my friends. I have got my organization that I'll let you know later that what it does and all. And I just have a chat or conversation with my colleagues and all, and then I come back, I have dinner, and then again I teach, and then I go to sleep at 11 or 11:30. This is my routine. So you see how easily actually I have spoken my daily routine.
Okay, this that the whole thing you explained is the whole thing you explained was in simple things, the simple definite things. Okay.
Yes. Because you do it every day. It's truth. That's why it should be in present tense only. No other tense is allowed or recommended. Only present tense, present indefinite tense. Even you cannot say I am going for a walk. No, I go for a walk. I take exercise. I have a cup of tea. Like this. Then I prepare lunch. Or I have lunch. I take a nap. I examine my patient. Or whatever you do. You have to speak your daily routine in that way. So can you speak now?
Okay, sir.
Yes, please speak.
Mm. I get up in the morning I get up in the early morning by 5:30, and then I finish my nature score. Then I take a bath. Then by around 6 o'clock I start my exercise, and by 7 o'clock I complete my exercise, and Then I listen some music.
Listen to.
Okay, I listen to some music, and by that time my daughter gets up. Then I feed her, and then we both have some time together. Then I get ready, and then I start study.
You start.
I start.
Yes, you start your course or you
Yeah,
start
and then I start studying. Okay, then I start studying. It's by 10:30 I start studying, and I uh, I I study for 3 hours. It's from 10:30 to 1 o'clock. Then I have my lunch. Uh, then in the afternoon, again I have some time with my daughter. And by 3 o'clock we both have nap for 1 or 1.5 hours. In the evening by 5 p.m. We both go to the park, and there we spend around 1 hour. And after playing there, we both have a walk for 15 or 20 minutes. Then we come up, and then we have some snacks, and I have my tea. And by at then I read something, or I play guitar in the evening hours. Actually, I like to play guitar in the evening hours, especially 7 or 8 o'clock.
So have you learned?
Yes, actually now I'm learning, but still I started to play better than the before. So I enjoy that. And then I read for some time. So I study for some time, and then by 10 or 10:30 we have our dinner, and then I spend some time with my daughter. Miss we read some story books, and see some cartoons on the TV, and then uh, by 11:30 she goes to bed, and by 12 or 12:30 I go to bed.
Okay. So that's your routine. So what you will do, you have to make 20 questions.
Okay.
20 questions and write your daily routine. Okay, whatever you have spoken here, you have to write it point wise. Okay, but try to write point wise. Like, I get up early in the morning at 5 o'clock every day. First sentence. Then make second sentence. I finish my nature calls. Third, I take bath. Then at 6 o'clock I take exercise. Then I finish my exercise by 7 o'clock. Then like that means you have to write that routine point wise. 1 point, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, write in that way. So this is your homework. Now I tell you something and you listen to me and then try to repeat it. You know, I teach students through Skype, and during teaching, I have to speak a lot. And when I speak a lot, I feel thirsty. And you know, when I feel thirsty, I need water, but I don't want to get up from my seat again and again to have water. So, what I do, I keep a water bottle with me always. So, when I feel thirsty, I just take some water from it and I quench my thirst. So, whenever I feel thirsty, I quench my thirst. So, my students, they don't get disturbed, and even I don't get disturbed. So please speak the same. This is natural speaking, you know.
Mm.
Yes, try to speak, don't worry, you can speak.
This means I have to repeat.
Same. Now you become a teacher and speak like that as I spoke.
Mm. Okay, you started like this. I want to tell you something important that uh, daily I teach to my students, and
Every day, don't
uh,
forget.
I, 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 I I teach my students on Skype, and daily I teach so many students uh, through Skype, and during teaching, I don't want to disturb them and okay myself too. So at the time of teaching, I talk a lot, and that's why I feel thirsty and to okay, to quench my thirst, I always keep a water bottle with me. So whenever I feel thirsty, I take some sips of water so that my students will not get disturbed and myself too.
Don't get disturbed.
My students don't get disturbed and I
I don't get disturbed either. Okay.
I don't get.
Hmm. Well tried. So okay. So do you want to ask me anything, a question or anything?
Uh, Not now, sir. Actually,
What's okay? I ask you.
mm,
What's your aim in your life?
first of all, I want to become a very good human being, and I want to become a good doctor so that I can serve more people and a good wife and good mother,
Means first of all,
a
you
good human.
want, yeah, good human being. That's really very important. Everybody has to be a good human being first, and after that we are going to what I should say, maintain our relations. Like if you are a mother, or if you are a wife, or if you are a daughter, then it's your duty to maintain your relation. After that, you should try to play your role in that relation. What you are expected to do, you have to do it. And of course, after that, your job is to be a good doctor, because this is your profession. You have to be a good doctor. I mean, the people should, when they may speak, or when they, what I mean to say, when they pronounce your name, or when they talk about you, they should take your name with respect. We should do something like that in our life, that when your Definitely, when the people will talk about that profession in your area where you are known, then the people should take your name with respect. Oh, that is really a good doctor. Means that is the achievement in our life.
Yes.
Okay, so that's your aim. Hmm. So actually, do you think apart from our education, um, if there are some other skills like soft skills which actually make you successful in your life? I mean, of course,
Yes.
education, you need education to be something. Like, may you wanted to be a doctor, now you are a doctor, you have got education, that your degrees in medical. And of course, now apart from this, do you think you need to have or you need to enhance your soft skills to be successful in your life?
Yes, because the personality you have, your personality is your personality is made up of so many things, and being a doctor, being anyone in your life, the role of your personality is uh, very important, and that those soft skills develop your that soft skills develop your personality and so your career. That's why soft skills are also important in our
Means
life.
you think your way of speaking, your way of
Yeah,
talking, and
your confidence level.
do you know one thing that we should always have a smile on our face if you
Yeah,
want to
that's
be
very
if you want to be successful in any profession. If you
yes.
have a smile, because it costs you nothing, but it pays you a lot. Do you know
Actually, sir,
that?
I always wear a smile in front of my patients whenever I meet them. I first look at them and I give a smile to them because I personally experienced that after after having a smile on my face, uh, their reaction to me is always like they also give me a smile, and then our conversation is more. I mean to say,
It is very light.
comfortable,
Uh,
more comfortable
the
than.
atmosphere is comfortable for talking and for having conversation, and we have very light moments actually, to talk to your client, your patient, or whoever they may be. So it is always good to have. Yes. So actually, that makes you a perfect personality or perfect human being. Because actually, the people, when they come to you and when they want to talk to you, they should feel comfortable that this is the right person whom we are going to talk. So that you can make them comfortable. It is up to you how you make them comfortable, by smiling, by means giving them comfortable atmosphere, or you ask them to sit down first and all. Even if they need water, then you should have someone to bring water, drinking water for them, like that. Otherwise, actually, if you really want to uh, have long life success, long term success in your life, then you should follow all these things. Otherwise, in the beginning, you may be having, lot of clients or customers, but the I think you are getting my point, what I mean to
Yes,
say.
yes, sir, yes, yes, sir.
Finally,
For
you
the
can
long time
say that
success.
we have to develop our soft skills to be successful in long term. or if we
No.
want to maintain our success for a long time. So that is very important. We'll talk about that next time. And so please write your daily routine and write 20
Okay.
questions also. And what about our next lesson? Tomorrow, this time I won't be here because on every Saturday I go out of my city. So I'll be back by evening. So if you can have classes in morning, then we can do it. Or otherwise, what do you think?
Uh, Actually, tomorrow, morning by what time, sir? Around what time?
Maybe at 9 or 10.
9 to 10. Okay, sir. That will be fine. 9 to 10.
So tomorrow at what time?
9 o'clock.
9.
9 to 10.
9 to 10, or can we make it little late, 9:30 if it is possible?
Yes, sir. Because tomorrow is Saturday, no?
Yes.
So someone will be available for the
Okay.
art.
So 9:30 tomorrow, okay? So please keep that in mind. I write the time here just for to tomorrow 9:30 a.m. Okay. Okay. So see you tomorrow at 9.
Okay.
Okay. Have a nice
Thank you,
day,
sir.
nice evening. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. And thank you, sir.
Thank you.